Hello and welcome to another one-take review. This one is the Dapol Class 221 Super Voyager. This one is the latest release, although she has suffered some damage, and thanks to my cack fingers and the postie. These steps are missing off both ends. But that's not a problem. That's not what's to review. The part number for this is 2D 023003. And it says that she can go around the minimum of R1 curve. Well, I don't think I'll be testing that on this layout. And she comes as a 5-car set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do get with it, although I can't find it right now, a instruction sheet as to which order to put the coaches in. And it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, I prefer to have my drive coach in the middle. So I put it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With the drive coach being here. It should be here. I put it here. Now, this is very, very similar to the Graham Farish release, except it has fully framed bogies as opposed to the open frame bogie. But it does have a screw-on clip there for the connector, which in this case is magnetic, although not a hunt. And in that place, the Farish version has a drawbar which couples into something very, very similar. So I'm wondering if it is going to be possible to swap these out and put in a Hunt magnetic coupling. Because, as you can see, there's a very small gap between the coupling faces. I don't think I'll be able to adjust that gap any closer for the corridor connectors, so that will be what it is. However, I've had worse. Right, okay, so this one actually had issues with the LEDs failing very, very quickly. It seems to be that the recent batch of LEDs by Dapol, because the same problem affected my DVTs, because they have the same motherboard. So what do we get? We get working LEDs at the front, red and white, although it's set for daytime running. So you got 2 main lights, 2 tail lights, 1 side light and 1 high beam light. And I didn't put it back on the track correctly. Yeah. Does help to put the train back on the rails correctly. I think that's it. Now, on these trailers, the Farish ones, I believe, have got an interior. These have not. So even though it's got blacked out windows, they may have been their ultimate wisdom thought it not be worth putting an interior in. The motor unit, again, has quite a large motor block. I've had the body off to have a look at, see if I could have fitted lights to it, because Dapol do light rigs that go in their Mark IIIs. The body hides one massive motor mechanism, whereas something like this does have a motor mechanism involved. As you can see, there are the cogs, and as you can see, it has an interior. Okay, the floor is very high up in this, but behind darkened glass you probably wouldn't notice it so much. So maybe, perhaps in the future, Dapol should retool this, because this I think is the original tooling re-released, where you have an underfloor mount, because their Sprinter 156 also has a underfloor motor assembly. I'll go 156 there. She's got an underfloor motor assembly, and if I just get power car out, as you can see, cogs on the wheels there, a raised up floor, and put the motor under there. And at the back, I think it's at this end, there's a PCB with a plug in it to allow you to fit an internal light bar, which I did to one of my 156s, except it went missing at an exhibition, which I was not happy about. So getting back to the Voyager, I mean, the paint scheme on it is as accurate as I can remember it. Although this looks to be an ex-Virgin set with having the red roof. Of course, some of them were purchased by Cross Country, some of them were purchased by Virgin, and then when Virgin decided to go and get rid of them in favour of, I think it was a Pendolino, they got palmed off to Cross Country. Some kept the red roofs, some didn't. You've got the radiators nicely depicted. The exhaust slot nicely depicted there. And there. There's actually an engine, 19 litre Cummins under each car. That says something. Now, Kato do the Hot 7000 set, of which I've got 3 sets. Why? Long story. Well, the bogies on this allow the train, as it comes into the corner, to tilt oh so slightly. Whereas the bogies on this do not. I'm pretty sure that because the 221 Super Voyager is actually designed as a tilting train. Now, Cross Country have disconnected the tilt mechanisms on their Voyagers, although other manufacturers, other operators that do use a Super Voyager still have theirs tilting. As far as I'm aware. So there's no reason why you couldn't put on, I think it probably on the rear, a bit of a ramp. So as the bogie begins to turn that way, for example, it jacks the body up. And when the train bogie goes that way, it jacks it that way, with a bit of a pivot on the bogie. So I will now just back this one out of shot and bring in the Graham Farish one. For comparison. Now if I get down low enough, you can actually see through there an interior on this set. And then it doesn't really matter about a cockpit, but you can certainly see the interior there, which is a trick that Dapol missed off. As you can see, there's the open frame bogie, which on the original Farish releases were prone to sticking slightly. The wheels did not want to rotate. So I bring the Voyager back into frame, you will see. You can't even see through the glass. The glass is actually that dark. Now, there's a few other things. We've got Coach A, Coach B, Coach C, Coach D, Coach E. With this, I'm actually going to get is it a reach? Yes, it is. A magnifying glass, and let's see if this works. We put that there, and we put that there. I don't know if you can see it, but that is the destination board. Coach A, Coach A, Coach D, Coach D, Coach D. Yes, Dapol. That was a bit of an easy cop-out for you. I mean, you've got to print on different coach numbers for each of the coaches, for the coach bodies. So why not change the destination boards at the same time? Because it's something that some people would actually pick up on straight away. I did. So this one may actually have to get weathered a bit, because trying to get the bodies off, the paint scheme did actually get a bit of a scratch. I think it's on the other side. Yeah, I've actually scratched the body trying to get the paint off. So trying to get the body off, scratch the paint off, trying to get the body, and it's not good. So this one is going to get weathered to hide that scratch. Running characteristics of this, let me just send it round and get the standard 220 out of the way. She's actually much faster than the Grain 5. They are good, significantly different. There we go. Well, that was my fault. Sack the signalman. As this is only a one-take job, yeah, what happens, happens. She derailed on the points because I didn't get round to changing the points fast enough. Oh, the joys of running two trains on one track. And expecting one to take the longer route round and forgetting to set the points. There she's railed. Oh dear. Guess what just happened? The headlights have just gone. I've just had that one back. So I'm going to have to disconnect the headlights on that one. If I go the other way. Well, she runs alright. Just that her white rigs are made of bloody chocolate. So I'm just going to show not all reviews go as planned. Bye!